everyone and welcome to Find Your Math. Today we are going to be talking about how to solve our same quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. So our quadratic formula is this, and this is how it's written. X is equal to negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac out of 2a. So all we have to do is to identify the a, b and the c in our quadratic equation, which you already know. Our a would be the one that lies there, 7 is our b, and our c is the 12. So let's get going. We would have x is equal to b, 7 is positive. However, we have a negative in our quadratic formula. So we'll have negative 7 plus or minus square root of b squared, that is 7 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 12, out of 2a, which is 2, times 1. So our x would give us negative 7 plus or minus, this is 49, minus 12 times 4 would give us a negative 48, and all this is out of 2. So, continuing, we'll have x is equal to negative 7 plus or minus square root of 49 minus 48 will give you 1, then that's all out of 2. Then we have x is equal to negative 7 plus or minus the square root of 1 is 1, and that is all divided by 2. So when you reach on this step where you have got the square root of this number, this is where we part ways and go to the part where we're going to have our two roots forming from this quadratic equation. So, if we have x is equal to negative 7 plus or minus 1 out of 2, we are going to change and we are going to have two different roots coming out of it. So we'll have x is equal to negative 7 plus 1 out of 2, or since we have plus or minus, we'll have x is equal to negative 7 minus 1 over 2 to form the two roots of our equation. So here we have x is equal to negative 7 plus 1, that's negative 6 out of 2, or our x is equal to negative 7 minus 1, that gives you a negative 8 out of 2. So when you divide these two answers, you have our x giving us either negative 3 or negative 4. And that concludes how we are going to be able to solve a quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this session. Please like and subscribe, and I'll meet you again in my next segment where we'll talk about how to solve quadratic equations using the graphical method. Thank you. I'm standing here